So now I think so we can start and then everyone can join. So hello team.
Hi there.
Hi everyone. Really happy to see all of you. So I will be sharing the presentation and so just a second.
Hi, hello.
Hello. Hello. So first, let me introduce myself because some of you I know personally because we had a meeting before with some of you. I will be happy to meet in person after to establish connection. My name is Marina and I'm a wartime CEO from Ukraine. I've been leading biggest national chain retail chain in Ukraine until last year. And since we decided with the family to move to France, now I'm living in close to Paris. And I was continue working on the topic of the anti-crisis and business resilience because I discovered that the I would say the current approaches then we've been preparing for a big disruption was not working. So practically, then the crisis hit us, the whole organization from different sides. We've been not ready. And the protocols which been prepared was not also ready to help us. So we've been adopting on the way. And this brings me to idea that probably we need to have a more precise look on how we working with the crisis readiness and the systems and the process, and especially with the people resilience, because finally, who are leading the crisis is the people. And in my opinion, the crisis readiness, it's a muscle which is possible to train. So I was investigating a lot of time this topic, and I finalized that maybe we need to create the organization. And finally, so we have a created organization with the like-minded people. So, and here we are continuing to grow, and we invite him to experts who have the same visions, who want also to make this world more resilient. And today we are meeting together also to see how we can make this world better place for the future and for our kids. So why we need it? Actually, it's a plus 400 different disruption during the year. So we have a big crises like a COVID or the wars or different pandemics. Cyber attacks is growing from year to year. We see the progress, and we are really focusing on the business because we have a lot of different organizations who are working with the resilience and the climate changes. But in terms of the business disruption, it's a very, I would say, little organization who are really focusing on the analytic. So World Economic Forum, of course, the Big Fours, and we have also some other companies who are working on the process, like BRC or ISO, who are helping organization to become stronger. But I would say that this is more focusing on the big organizations. And from some analysis, we see that disruption will bring big financial losses. And in terms of small and medium-sized enterprise, we have statistic that one of the fourth is never reopened. So the crisis is a new norm, and the question mark if business is ready or not. And from other side, we also know that all the crises become a very polycrisis effect, having a polycrisis effect. So they overlapping each others. And we know that corporation has big resources to be stable and build resilience. The small and medium-sized, obviously not, but it's represent a big part of the jobs and social stability. The question mark, if this small and medium-sized organization will not be stable, then the question that all the society will not be stable. So I've been also part of the food safety committee under the office of president, and I've been working with military administration, with the Ministry of Economy, Ministry of Finance. So I saw also how for small and medium-sized enterprises it's difficult to overcome the crises. So they don't have resources, they don't have connections to overcome the crises, and of course, finally, they are just losing the money. So for us, small and medium-sized enterprise is a very big priority. And the current global standards, they exist, they're very comprehensive, but they are not really adopted for small organizations. This is one. And another topic, which is also very important, that finally the crisis managed by people. And it's very important that the people is ready for a crisis. So this is one of the learnings from my previous experience. So here you see the core team. This is a founding advisory board members. We represent really from different spheres and different directions. So this is me. We have also some of the team with us. So Annalie, she's responsible for innovation and partnership. Giovanna, she's the core for transformation. Nina, business transformation and communication. Jamie, she's working for workforce transformation and HR resilience. Manuel for cybersecurity. Elisa represent policy making, climate diplomacy. Giuseppe, he's responsible for finance. And now we have also a team of experts who also help us to make our community stronger. So we call ourselves ecosystem. So we really want to be organization of like a next level and connect the dots. So here, so why we call ourselves ecosystem? Because we want to build a system which connect experts, which we currently now developing as a network. We also have several tools which is currently work in progress, but very soon it will be launched on the market for building resilience for small and medium-sized organization. We are working on the research and analytics, education and knowledge, which also will be very soon launched. We want also participate in the policy making to connect, building the bridge between the policy making and the business, because we obviously see the area of improvement. And also, we also would like to build the voice of business resilience in terms of the communication. So ultimately, idea is so this is a good. We had a lot of discussion with the team. So we want also organization to be ready for a crisis in order to be resilient. But the most important, we understand the crises will come. So it's not possible to avoid the crises. The question, if the organization will recover, it's from this fast or for a long period or never recover. So we want the organization recover faster from the crises. So this is our goal. And if talk about the numbers, of course, we have also the exact numbers, but if look on this, we want at least one life to be saved, one company survived through the crisis, and at least one community becomes stronger. So we really see on the like a big goals, but. Um, I would say that if we all together will save at least one person and one company and one community, it will be already a big achievement. So who we are inviting? So we're inviting people with experience from the crisis response, from resilience, from the risks mitigation, from all the areas which is connected to the building business resilience. We are looking for people who already have a solid experience in this area through the working with organization or through consultancy. And so if you have, so we are looking for this. Oops. And also, what we want to build, this is the area of co-creation. So we are all together, we are partners, we create something big, we create a meaningful connections. So that's why we would like to build the communication of openness, curiosity, collaboration. So this is something which is very important for resilience. And one of the learnings from my past, then I've been a wartime CEO, that collaboration and partnership is a huge facilitator to overcome the crisis. And maybe I will have 2 minutes to tell you a story. So then the war was coming to Ukraine. The big issue was to find the products. So because the company was closing the warehouses, the drivers was disappeared. And I was managing 200 stores, and I was needed to bring the products to the shelves. And one of the basic protein is eggs. And for 2 days, the eggs was disappearing. So it was practically was not able to find the eggs. I've been calling to my ex-colleague from, I've been working in Nestle, so I've been calling to colleagues, my colleagues from ex-Nestle, who was CEO of the egg production factory. And he said, Marina, I'm going to sell you eggs, but the issue that my warehouse is now under the military occupation. So you can take it. So warehouse is open, just take the eggs. So, and I was calling to military administration because I was needing protection for my drivers. And this was an operation for taking the eggs from the warehouse. So, but this was only possible because I was found in drivers, I was found in the cars, I was found in the protection, the guardians, and I was found in the X, and I was doing all myself, being CEO of the company. So, and we've been, thanks to this collaboration, connection, and partnership, having a big batch of the X coming to the stores. And of course, it was needed for people. What we don't want is, of course, disrespect. We collect people from different cultures. That's why it's important to listen to each other. And we hear all with the different experience, but with no hierarchy. So we are not building, I am the boss and you are not. So we're all the same. This is community of independent, ambition-driven professionals. So we are all equal. And what we provide to the experts, so we really want to build the all-in-one place, design it for leaders like you. So we have the 6 different directions. And I would say that we are work in progress. So we really want to build it's building it's better and better. And it's if you have any ideas how we can improve it, you can come back to me, and we will do our best to make it even better. Because we really want to build it for us, not for a show off. So what we have for our platform, we would like to provide with business opportunities to our experts, knowledge sharing, we would like to have an opportunity to collaborate, to have a communication, provided with the speaking engagement, working groups, and visibility and recognition. So, and if we will go in more details, so we have a, so if you will go to the platform, so maybe I will just for a second go to the platform. So now we see the platform and you see a different pages. So first, if for example, we will go to the Service Hub. So on the Service Hub, it's possible to upload your personal service, which you can offer to the market. So I upload here a sample just to show that it's possible to do. So this is me. I am Marina Peikova. I can do a C-level wartime crisis training with all the simulation, integration, and other stuff. The duration, pricing, geography expertise, language. So all the possibilities, so you can put it in the services. So first of all, it will help us to understand what kind of the services our experts can provide to the market, also to suggest to our partners, and also to help you between the experts to understand what the kind of the services we can provide and collaborate, for example, each between you. So this is the service opportunities, and I would like you suggest also to create your own services. It's possible to create multiple services under one profile. It's even better than LinkedIn. So this is a possibility to get extra visibility on your expertise. So that's why I would suggest to go and, oops, sorry.
Well, thanks for answering because I had a question. I tried to do it before the call,
Yes.
and I was wondering, shall I condense everything I can do into one service, call it something global, blah blah blah, or shall I break it into the smaller things like I can do, I don't know, auditing in this area, I can do educational, I can do this and that. So,
Alexandra, it's a very interesting question. It's difficult to answer, but I think so. You have for
answer
now we
it.
have possibility to load 10 different services, so you can upload one big project or several small. So this is possible to do any kind of the project.
But that's what you said. You have answered my question before I asked it.
Okay.
Because you said you can have both topics, so which means I can have if it's related to compliance, that's going to be my one service one. If it's about education and training and so on, it's going to be service two. If it's about uh, business continuity, whatever, that's recovery. It's service three, and I'll probably bring four, five.
Yes, yes, absolutely. So no limitation on this. So if you will feel that 10 is not enough, so let me know and I will extend the possibilities to make it more. So we have a different also possibility to search the projects. So we will have by expertise, service type, availability, format, geography. So then it's also will be very flexible in terms of the looking for services. So we have Insight Hub. This is, I think, very important for us in order to have a place for communication. Uh, it's like your personal resilience library. But the question that this is library which we can build together. So of course we will add more information and the different analytics and insights. But I'm really invite all of you to co-create. So this is also your area to bring your analytics, your articles, your vision, your research, which you under, of course, under the resilience topic. And in order us to train our muscles, because all of us we are extend our knowledge with each information which is shared in our Insight Hub. So that's why it's very important that we are growing also in terms of the insights and the articles, research papers, case studies. So this is also possible to bring it here. So all of you have possibility to load it. So it's Insight Hub, publish new insight, and you can put all the information and some bit for a review. Of course, we will review all the articles in order to have the connection to community. But anyway, it's very easy to use. So, and you can also sort it by articles, reports, news, filter by resilience area, just in case you want to find some information. So very easy to use. Next, we also have a space for communication. So this is calling forum. So here you can put a new discussion and ask your questions, make announcements, ask for expert advice, or put some general discussion, or ask for help and support. So also communicate on the services and offers. So this is the space to communicate. So quick questions, quick answers. So this is something we also can use, you can use altogether for making this community working and connect and build network. This is our cafe zone. So where we can have discussions. Next possibility, which we can also bring to our experts, this is speakers engagement. So we are planning to have a summit end of next year. So, and I will send as a follow-up to this meeting the question if you want to participate as a speaker to the Resilience Summit, and what the topic you can suggest. What insights you can also bring on the table. So I will send additional links. And also we plan to have a round tables. So this is also possible to participate, and we bring a possibility to have additional visibility and recognition as a resilience experts inside our community. Do you have any questions on this? Maybe. If not, this is.
The event is going to be virtual or?
Alexandra, I don't really hear the question. Can you please repeat?
Is this summit going to be virtual or online or?
No, we are planning to have it offline.
Okay.
Oh, yes. So far, we are not really decide finally on the location. So this is inside Europe. But I mean, we will select the country and then. But first, the most important, what we will bring to the table, what topic will be drive this summit. So that's why it's important also to collect the information what we would like to discuss on this summit. Next is very important inside the whole network is to create the working groups. So we've been thinking that in order our community to have a kind of a gym to train the muscles, we need to have area of expertise for our experts. And we call it for now working groups. And we really invite our experts to come together to build the muscles, to discuss the topics which interested to them in order to have a collaboration and co-create a policy paper or white papers or discuss the scenarios. So this is a lot of possibility also to collaborate because for now we have more than 60 persons who joined the community with different expertise, but also with a lot of similarities because we're all working in the same area, which is crisis management and um, uh, all around. So here we put potential working groups which we thought it will be interesting to co-create. Policy review and alignment, digital cyber resilience, supply chain resilience, infrastructure, planetary resilience, geopolitical resilience also, especially for Basim. We discussed with him on this. So, and we have another people also who also very interested in this geopolitical situation. So we also would like to create a working groups in order to have this possibility to discuss topics which is in the area of the expertise. So, and then as a result, of course, working groups should be create something, for example, white papers or policy recommendations or a research brief or co-create a webinar. So this is something we've been thinking that will adding value for a community and uh, for achieving our goals. And regarding the contribution, so we really want to build this transparent and the area of co-creation. But it's very important also to mention that it's not just us contribute. We are a non-profit organization. We are not collected in order to earn the money. So we are building community based on the area of interest and the for self-realization and to have a big goal in our life. So we're also looking for people with the same passion in order to make a world a better and more resilient place. That's why for us it's important that some like a healthy professional community will be built. So I'm asking you to contribute on this. So very important to complete your expert profile in order to be transparent to other experts. So I welcome everyone to participate in working groups. Of course, it's voluntary if you want, if you have capacity, but of course, it's you will bring your contribution. So join community meetups once per month and so contribute where you feel inspired and capable. So this is important. So and now we have a 30 minutes open discussion. So because we really want to listen you, what kind of contribution you feel is meaningful for you, what is resonate to you, what kind of contribution you would like also bring to GCBR, and practically is it resonate with your mission and your purpose. So this is your time to shine and say what you think about this. Don't be shy. It's just online meeting. Just let me your thoughts.
Hi, if I may just jump in here. First of all, apologies for my camera on this device. I'm having issues setting it up. My name is Saleh. I am from Saudi Arabia and wanted to join this community because it is something of true interest of mine, honestly, because going through multiple crises in my career, seeing the changes that happened, geopolitical challenges around us, and then what happened in the economical situation before the vision and financial restructure, followed even by COVID and all the issues that happened along with it. I've seen a lot of companies really struggle coming through and after those challenges. And looking what you have presented and previously looking at it just on a high level, it's something that really resonates with me that companies need to learn how to prepare is one thing, obviously, to become more proactive on the preparation. But a lot of companies will not be prepared, but they need to be understanding what they do when a crisis happens. And not everybody will be able to become really with the ISO certification and standards in place where they can forecast and have all those systems in place, but not to panic enough that you have just enough knowledge on what to do in case of a crisis is probably what I see a lot of companies and a lot of organizations need to adopt and have that experience built into their organizations.
Thank you, Salim, for your point of view and for your sharing your thoughts. I absolutely agree. So this is something we can do together.
I can go next. I can share a couple of thoughts. First of all, I think it's always interesting to have a place where people that have the same expertise, and it's not a very common expertise on business continuity, business resilience, can talk together. And it's having a place where we can discuss specific topics is definitely very relevant. And oh, I forgot to say, my name is Edgar Pimenta, and I'm located in Portugal, in Europe. And one thing that I think is kind of interesting, as I was listening, is I think we may have here people from all around the world, or at least from very different regions. And I think that is one of the most added value that we can add here, because the problems that I face here, some are very similar with the problems that you guys face in your own countries, right? But Marina, you were talking about your story in the beginning, right? And what's happening in Ukraine. But there are specific countries, specific areas where you face very specific problems that some of us, fortunately, don't have to face with them, but we can learn and also prepare with that. And I think collectively, being able to know how each person reacted to each situation and having that sharing of more of experiences, I think can definitely be very, very interesting, and is something I would like to do. I already know Lessig, Alexander Moskal here. We work together. He knows more about business resilience than me, but sometimes we discuss a little bit some topics, but broadening this discussion to a larger panel of experts, I think it's high value. So Marina, congratulations also for this initiative.
Thank you. Thank you. It's a very interesting because I forget to mention we already have people from all the continents. So we have a big representation from America and from Australia. Unfortunately, we are living in different time zone, and today is Thanksgiving, so some of the team cannot join. But really, we have all the continents now, so it's possible to looking for solutions from different people with different from different countries. I put it on the to-do list. Thank you.
Already introduced me. Maybe I'll be next.
Your sound is coming very, very bad, Lessig, very low. I don't know if you're with the right mic, because it's coming really, really, at least for me, that's what's happening.
No, it's a very, very bad sound, Alexander. So if you can change something.
How about now?
It's good.
Now it's good. Thank you. I'm working from home since 2020, and I have multiple devices, all the microphones, some under the chair, and so on. And sometimes I'm getting lost with that. Thanks for inviting me here. And the questions that you had on your slide is how can we contribute? How can I contribute? in any way you need me, I mean, this is the initiative that is very important, and if you want me to participate, I don't know, roundtables or take the piece of project or take the piece of research, all that is fine with me. So rely on me. My biggest fair, well, no, it's not fair, but the observation I have, which is very sad, is that many companies are doing resilience just for the tick box. And I have these cases, they just want to be compliant because the clients want them to be compliant with ISO 27001, so they just do this minimum to be compliant, not even thinking about those controls that this standard offers and applies, and that these controls are not just to demonstrate to the auditor from I don't know, from the company XYZ that you are compliant, but this is for your safety, as for your resilience, it's for your tomorrow. Okay, war is one scenario, but that could be any other scenario, many other scenarios that can hit the organization out of the rails. Ransomware, it's even worse. I mean, nothing happens. The sun is shining, but you can do nothing. Just literally nothing, because everything is encrypted and so on. But so the bringing this culture and this thinking that the resilience is not something that you need to tick the box that you have it. Making this accurate, because if you go to C-level, they hate to think that they are unsafe. They tend to live with the dreams that everything is okay. So all these things, if we can elaborate them, if we can make them new fashioned and help organizations to think about resilience and build the resilience in the proper way, being motivated, asking us to help rather than us to push them, there is a new level of resilience. Thank you.
Yeah, but the policy is changing, and it's now very difficult for many organizations to avoid this topic and looking for more seriously. And looking on the progress and the dynamic with the crises. So, and the last case with Land Rover. So it's difficult now to see on the resilience from ticking box activity. So we think this is happening, and it will evolve. Yes, Annalie, you're welcome on the.
One of the reasons I've joined this particular community is because I was inspired by Marina's vision to move resilience away from paperwork and compliance to more understanding how it practically saves lives, saves jobs, saves your sanity. And I do think that through this expert network and the diverse experiences that each of you have, I mean, some of you have already spoken about your experiences, we have an opportunity to create more storytelling by tapping into those real lived experiences to say, this is what happened to my business, or this is what happened, and then this is what happened to my business, and this is how it affected our business, our employees, our communities, etc. And this is how we managed to get out of it. And what would I do differently now with the benefit of hindsight? So I do think that through the Insights Hub and through the expert network, this is a real difference that this network can make vis-a-vis most of the other resilience networks that I've looked up online. They are very dry, very, they text and rules-based organizations. And I think that we live in an era of sound bites and stories, increasingly so. So I encourage you to use the Expert Hub and to bring those stories and let us know if we should make a video or a podcast or a some assets to help drive these stories home.
Yeah, thank you, Annalie. I forget to tell that, of course, Ukrainian story is just one piece of the story. So, of course, it's 400 different big events around the world which have, absolutely different causes and consequences. Edgar was mentioned that he has a very special events in the Portugal, which maybe someone from other continents also had, and one of the ambition in our organization also to build this the Insight Hub, which can analyze all events, the consequences, and build prediction for a business. How this potentially can influence on the business operations. So, and I just love this. I was putting in my list that storytelling is very important. So, and I will totally support that we can create a library with the stories which from our hearts and from our experience can be told and also bring the business resilience on the table. So thank you, Annalie, for sharing. If anyone wants to bring something, what we can bring to it from the expert platform. Yes, Andrew, please.
Thanks. Being in Australia, I really appreciate your timing. It's only 5 o'clock in the morning here. Frequently, Europeans like to have their meetings at 2 o'clock in the morning Australian time. So I'm very appreciative of the later thing because I can then get up and go to work. I only have to get up an hour earlier rather than get up and go to sleep. So thank you very much for the timing. I really do appreciate it. And thank you so much for putting this together and explaining the way this is all designed to work, and I guess the intent behind it, because the invite for me came a little bit out of the blue, and it was interesting. But this has been very, very insightful. So thank you very much for putting it together. We actually have legislation in both Australia, and I live in the state of Victoria. We have legislation there as well, which has specific resilience requirements for critical infrastructure providers. That doesn't necessarily apply to all businesses, but it certainly applies to certain selected critical infrastructure providers. And I think one of the challenges that we're starting to see is that resilience needs to be far bigger than business continuity planning. When the economy tightens and businesses are struggling to meet their financing requirements, or there's a change in interest rate and that puts small businesses into difficult positions, nobody turns around and says, what I don't need now is a business continuity plan. They talk about, what do I need to do to adapt? How am I going to change? What are the things that I need to undertake to be able to do what comes next? So without doubt, business continuity plays a vital role in this. But I think from our point of view, what I'm seeing increasingly is the need to be resilient to a whole range of activities. I think the next thing that we're starting to see is, and Ukraine is obviously experiencing this in a very personal way that the rest of the world is watching on. But in the IT space, ransomware is important, but we're starting to see nation actors that are positioning their cyber attacks so that they can engage in conflict. That's a very different beast. The response to that is very different, and the way what you're going to have to be able to cope with is very different. It's one thing to say, I've got a business continuity plan or a disaster recovery plan. It's another thing to say that my nation's entire internet infrastructure is under attack from another nation. It's a different space, and I think it links in nicely to your comments about polycrisis, and we talk about permacrisis. The nature of crisis that businesses are being required to consider is changing. I think it's always been there. For those of us that have sort of been in this space, I started to join this space at the end of the Cold War, so I can remember a lot of people saying, the war is over, everybody's going to be friends forever. And I can remember a lot of people saying, we'll be friends for a short period of time, but then we'll go back to where we were before. And 30 odd years later, that's where we are. But again, thank you very much for your time and your explanation. Thank you for your slideshow, and thank you for your consideration of timing for those of us that are out near the international date line.
Yeah, thank you, Andrew, and good morning. So thank you for coming so early. I personally understand, all the effort you made for us. So thank you very much, and thank you for your input. So maybe someone else want to add.
Can I just put a question out there to everybody on the call? Is there anybody that has spoken or hasn't spoken that feels drawn to perhaps leading one of the working groups? Andrew, when you were speaking about, the risk of at a nation level in terms of the weaponization of cybersecurity, etc. Sort of just curious if that might be something you'd be interested to lead.
I hadn't really given it a great deal of thought, Annalie. I'm not opposed. I'm not opposed to it. I've still got a legacy hand up. I'm not opposed to it, but I hadn't given it a great deal of thought. I'm in fact finding that a lot of my resilience work is increasingly working to what I would refer to as a double helix with sustainability. Probably over the last 12 months, I'm doing a lot more work in the sustainability space as people, a lot of resilience practitioners, particularly in Australia, where it's already a hot country. We already have a bush. I live in Victoria, the state where bushfires are it's almost our national sport in summer. I'm spending more and more time in that space. Cyber is something that I have an interest in, but it's not my core area. I'm probably seeing Elise Buckle, who I haven't met, but I've heard of her before. I think having someone like that there who's got that sustainability and climate change focus for me that's one of the resilience issues that almost everybody's trying to cope with at the moment. But I'm
We
not
have several
opposed to it.
people who are also interested in this topic. So I think, Andrew, you will have the people who are with the same area of interest, including myself, because I'm also very curious what is happening in this area. And the climate change, obviously, number one disruption in the area of the crisis management and for future as well. Annalie raised a very important topic, and maybe someone also wants to lead some of the groups, some area of interest which we can co-create.
Well, this conceptual question, if anyone wants to lead, I can raise my hand. I can lead, but we don't have those groups yet. But you can learn.
Okay. Yeah, this is matter of time. We need.
Oh, that's understandable.
And what can be area of interest for you?
Oh, many, but I will shape my mind and let you know.
Okay. So maybe the processes.
The other way around, there might be that you see the priority that we need to start this work stream sooner than the other ones. Now I will tell you if I can do it.
Okay. So any other questions, proposition, concerns? So what we also can add to the community to make it more values. So we here for open discussion and to co-create. So I put all the recommendations from the previous discussion, but maybe something else you want to add them.
Marina, will you be sending out the slide program?
Yes, sure. I will send to everyone because someone was not able to participate. And I will, as a follow-up, I will also send the questionnaire on the topics which everyone can bring on the table. So, and potential leading on the working groups, if anyone interested to join the working group or to lead, in order us to collect the whole information. So yes, James, I will send it.
Thank you.
So if we don't have any questions or proposals, so I think we can maybe on this finalize the meeting. So I also invite everyone to think about the someone who also can be part of the community. So if you see from your friends or your ex-colleagues someone who match the profiles and have experience in the business resilience, crisis management, leadership, people management, so invite. We are welcome new members as bigger the community, and of course it's not matter of quantity but quality. We can become a stronger and more powerful community with every member of the team. So I invite everyone to share the invitation, and on this, probably I wish everyone a very good evening, or Andrew, I wish you a very good day. And
I'm very happy. I'm very happy because all the people that I have invited are on this call. And it's Sergey and Marcin.
great, thank
And
you.
if we need more, we will have more.
Yeah, thank you, Alexander. Thank you for your effort.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank
See
you.
soon.
Cheers. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone.
Yeah, have a good evening.
Goodbye.
Bye bye.